Hello everyone, my name is Mukul and welcome to my firm, The Grow Up Consulting Solutions, where we will be with you in every part of your business and make sure not to take any wrong move. And this presentation is all about the client project closure and reflection of one of my client, that is who owns a business of driving exit number 10 at the tea time. So this presentation is going to be around 20 minutes and I try my level best to make this presentation very interesting way. So please bear with me for the next 20 minutes to check out the complete journey, how we have identified the key issues facing by the client in his business and how we have and what kind of suggestions we have given, what kind of model implementations, what kind of analysis we have performed to make sure to get a growth in the business and show numerical values as a high in the business. So to understand this presentation and the road journey of our client with the driving exit number 10 tea time, I designed this presentation in a very clear way of a step by step where we're gonna check for the solution testing evaluation and also model adjustments. What kind of model adjustments are we needed and is that necessary or not? Data visualization, how we're gonna visualize the data, represent the data, and communicate with the how we're gonna communicate with the client and everything. Interpretation and hypothesis, how we have done for the data provided by the client, and the conclusion and recommendations we're gonna give. The feedback from the client has been recorded as well in this presentation, and also personal reflection. Here comes the first step, that is solution testing and evaluation. And on what basis we're going to test our solution, or on what basis we're going to evaluate things to make sure, as being a business analyst, we need to identify the problem. So but it is not that much easy to identify the problem as well, because the client doesn't want to come and say there's a problem and I need a solution for this. Being a business analyst, we need to identify what kind of problem does the business is facing with and suggest a proper guidance with the implementation of the correct plans. So I follow basically three steps: the problem identification, market research, and a solution on which we need to actually work on and to perform analysis and also implement the solutions for that. So the process is very simple. I start my identifying the problems with having a small conversation with the client on several times, and I'm going to completely investigate and check in the point of view of the client what exactly the client is facing with. And after that, not only being particular on that, I'm going to analyze that data as well and identify the root causes and make sure to check is there anything else the client is facing with, because even sometimes the clients are unaware of that what exact problem they are facing with. They doesn't know anything about what kind of problem they're going to face and what kind of risk mitigating factors they're going to come in future for the steps they have taken right today. So after that, I'm going to do market research and check for what exactly problem they're going to have by few options like checking with the competitors, rival parties, and checking with the identifying the root causes. And here comes the solution. Better, instead of saying solution, we can say it as the actual problem on which we're going to perform all the analysis, the desire creating a test models and creating a hypothesis on this particular thing. So better to say actual problem we're going to find here. So as I said, to find out this, I have followed my best practice process of following basic three steps. That is the identification of the problem from the client point of view, and second is the proper research, and then a solution. So when I was communicating with the client, I got to know that the client is running a business called as Drive-In Exit Number 10 and Tea Time, where the Drive-In Exit Number 10 is his own branding, which is started by himself as a startup, and the Tea Time is a famous franchisee which is offering a number of variety delicious tea refreshments. So here the thing is, managing or running two different business from the same location and from same store is not that much easy. It's not a cup of cake, but yeah, it is a safe plan and safe idea, we can say, because starting our own business and getting into a boom or getting hyped or getting habituated into the market for the public, it's really impossible and time taking process. So my client cleverly, he has started his own business and added just a pinch of a small franchisee by which he can also be a safe side. And because of these two different businesses from the same location, the client is unable to uh, achieve the outputs which he was expecting before starting a business. And also the thing, another one is they are unable to manage the staffing process also. Whenever the peak time, the service completely drop offs. And after this, I just not following this particular two reasons of the problem, but I also made a market research from background. It's a research from my end, and I got to perform all the root causes of the other issues as well by comparing and checking the rival parties of rival companies in that particular area. And I got to know finally this solution after conducting a thorough investigation and discussions with the client particularly. They're facing with three major issues. The first one is menu optimization, the second one is peak hour staffing, and the third one is payment methods. So it's possible, like, it is a complete three different related issues, but completely they are interlinked to each other. So basically, overall, because of due to these three factors, the overall performance of the cafe is been dropping down day by day. So we're gonna create a complete solution for these three particular models, and we're gonna see next slide. So Before creating any data plan or model plan, any kind of implementation making into the project, we're going to perform SWOT analysis and gap analysis, because these are like a basic and strong pillars for our business which we're going to be put through right now. So starting from the point of SWOT analysis, it's a kind necessary to do a SWOT analysis for this particular project, because whatever the problems we have identified, based on that we're going to identify what kind of strength does our business have, what kind of weakness does our business have, what kind of opportunities does the business get, what kind of threats the business going to have. Basing on this particular things, we're going to implement all the testing plans and all the implementations we're going to do based on this particular factors only. And coming to the part of the gap analysis, we're going to consider a current state of our business, and we're going to calculate the desired state of the business by communicating with the client as well, what exactly the client is looking for and what kind of output he's looking for. So between these two segments, we're going to create a gap identifier or a plan of actions, we can say it as, on which by following that particular plan of actions, we're going to get into a desired state from the past current state. So in that way, we're going to perform the SWOT analysis and gap analysis have been performed and created here, which you're going to use in every part of the implementation of the testing plans and the hypothecations or everything. Here comes the first testing plan for menu optimization, in which we have collected all the historical sales data and the customer preferences and the seasonal trends accordingly to the marketplace of that particular location. And also, we have categorized the food items into three categories, that is high sales, medium sales, and performing low sales. And by which we have categorized and got to know the low performing items and high performing items as per the trends. And after that, we can that is up to the client wish whether he can adjust or eliminate the underperforming products and bring a new one according to the market trends. And if in future, if the client is also opening a new branches in the different locations, they can also compare or implement the testing between that two particular menus, in which the both the menu configurations are so different, to check the menu performance in different locations in that way. And coming to the part of the evaluation matrices, in this we can go with the measuring of increase in sales, which will be leading to a higher sales volume, and decrease in food wastage is been completely dropped down by 15%, with the leftover vegetables and the stuff required. And it also can be processed with the calculating the complete overall profit margin or menu after and before menu configuration for a particular time of period. It might be a 1 day or 1 week or 1 month as well. Coming to the part of the model adjustments and the outputs for the menu optimization after the implementation of a test model, here comes the outputs. It's like now we have identified what are the high performing items from the particular menu, and we have gained all the insights from the customer preferences, which will be leading to design a better menu per designing, or we can say it as the arrangement of the menu as well. And also it has been showed an impact of high of 40% profit implementing after this optimization menu. And the model adjustment, yes, we can't go every time with one particular menu only, right? So as per the season trends, the menus should also be changed, and that too for a particular time according to the location. So based on that, top performance items should be categorized and give it a separate way, so that the customer will be not be confused and go with the split whatever they needed. There will be no wastage of the time for making a decision what to choose for the customer. And also, if required, the pricing strategies must be changed to increase the pay on profitability for the business of the client as well. We have collected all the historical data in this as well to check and identify how at what times the traffic is been increasing and how the staff is going to work at that particular time. Is that the deficiency of staff training or the deficiency of the number of members available at that particular shift? So in that way, we're going to check all the sales data as well. In that peak, how much sales data has been recorded and how what is the value of that. And after that, we're going to develop a predictive model using time series analysis to forecast the customer traffic in that particular area. And also we have gone through the simulate software to check the different test plannings of the staff scenarios during peak hours and normal hours, and also implemented various staffing levels during peak hours. Because the particular reason for this various traffic levels implementation is like we can't say what is the flow of the customers coming to the running and cafe which is in a prime area of the location. So that's why we have implemented the varied staffing levels. And also coming to the part of evaluation, we can go with the measuring weightage of the time, like after placing an order by the customer, how much time they have been put throughout the waiting to receive the food. We need to check for that. And the labor cost, we need to try maximum bring down the labor cost at the peak hour staffing, because if the customer flow is high, we cannot go with the more number of staff as per the guests or like that. We need to be make sure particular number of staff, how much the quantity of the staff required, that much quantity of the staff is need to be implemented. So after implementing the test model for this peak hour staffing, we got an outputs in this way. It was really good. We are able to identify the number of ideal staff required during the peak hours in every situations, and also we have demonetized the potential reduction in the labor cost while maintaining the same quality of the service as well. And also we have seen observed and noticed a decrease in the waiting time of the customer after placing an order, which is leading to the high customer satisfaction and more orders like that. And coming to the part of adjustments which are mandatory, it is like implementing a flexible scheduling to match the staffing levels with predicted customer demand based on the real-time data. That is only possible when, like, if you are appointing the staff or in taking the staff who are in the local area only, so that whenever the requirement of staff is there, they will be able to come and work over for you. And also cross training staff, like you need to the client need to provide all the staff training to the everyone of the staff, so that they will be able to switch their roles whenever required in the peak hours according to their flexibility and giving you the best efficiency. So in that way, these adjustments can be done. Here comes the testing plan for using different payment methods. This is the last one, and in this, the client already informed us that they're going to use only cash payment accepted from the customers, not about other than that. So we have educated the client what is the importance of the contactless payments and what are the benefits and safety measures caused because of that contactless payments. And finally, the client agreed to introduce a contactless payments, that is the mobile payments and contactless cards. So, and after that, we have conducted a survey for the customers who are interested to go with the contactless payments and the card payments as well with the cash one. And we got the results like the most of the customers are willing to go with the contactless payments because of the less transaction time using at the till on the cafe. And also to check how the point of sale system has been categorized and how it's going to work. Coming to the evaluation matrices, we can measure the percentage of customers using what different kind of each payment methods, and also trace the time how much they are uh, giving to make the payment and what is the line behind them. Make sure to check and monitor the frequency of transaction error made because it is a system. Coming to the outputs for the using different payment methods, we got to know that the most of the customers are determined to use the payment methods most preferably are like contactless. And also we have identified the reduction in transaction time with contactless payments in the customers as well. And also we have noted a significant increase for the younger customers who are encouraging the contactless payments. That is very good sign of the increasing our business. Coming to the part of the model adjustments that are mandatory, like as the client is using POS, that is point of sale system, so as it is based on technology, so it is needed to be keep to the up to date. Whatever the updated part has been arrived, they need to go with that to enhance and minimize the errors and in the transaction times. And also we can also go with encouraging the contactless payments for the people who are aware of that. We can go with discounts and loyalty points for using and to get encourage that option of that contactless payments with that people. And also every staff need to be get trained to manage how to use this particular point of sale system, so that in peak hours even any person can shift their role and make any kind of work flexibly. Data visualization can be shown when you're using various tools like Power BI, Tableau, and Microsoft Excel. And in our project, I have used Microsoft Excel to visualize the data and represent the data in a form of line graphs. So, due to the limited data provided by the client, I am unable to provide much information about the data visualization. But I have shown you the comparison of the data before and after implementing the test solutions provided by us. The first pick represents the overall monthly revenue generated, and the second pick it represents the each product separately, perform how it's going to perform the comparison of the sales for 1 week of each items. In the same way, I have created an Excel with the file, the raw data provided by the client. I have made extracted the data from that, and also have created a pivot table, scatter chart, and all the comparisons for 1 week and 1 month. I have uploaded the file already. The third blog page, you can go check over there. Here comes the another visualization of the data, that is the RSCI matrix and the communication plan. Basically, in RSCI matrix, it represents the data like whatever the process we're going to do, that is like collection of the data, identifying the key parameters, the process come information, and the marketing strategies review, the technological recommendations, and identifying for the improvement for the recommendations. Like this, whatever the process we follow, who is responsible for that, who is accountable for that, and who was on consulted for that, and for whom we're going to inform that. Everything is being clearly mentioned in that RSCI matrix. And the second picture represents the Gantt chart. That is like whatever the communication plan we had with the customer, and whatever the plan we have worked right till now from the beginning of the project to end of the project, during how many days on each category we have spent, it is clearly denoted in that way. Coming to the part of data analysis hypothesis and the interpretation, for menu optimization, we have hypothesized that the menu optimization focus on the high margin items and top performing items, and also implemented new menu by rearranging the items as per the records we got from the survey as per the customer preferences. And also, as expected, we could interrupt significant increase in the sales of high margin items where also customer preference to seasonal trends, which we'll be considering also to optimize the menu. For peak hour staffing, we have already hypothesized that based on the customer traffic data, we have prioritized and adjusted the staffing levels based on that predicted peak hours running by the historical data provided by the client. And dynamic staffing models can be reduce work times and labor cost while maintaining improving the service quality during the peak hours. In the same way, we have also interpreted that interpretation that the peak hours were accurately identified and also staffing levels were perfectly adjusted and found during these times, and also forecasted the customer traffic patterns, indicating the need of flexible staffing at every moment whenever they need. And for using various payment methods, we already communicated and educated the client for what are the benefits of using the paid contactless payment methods and successfully implemented that. So, due to using contactless payment methods, the time spent by the client in the queue for making a payment will be reduced. In that way, we have hypothesized. And also, we have seen the time adoption of the time taken to place an order and make a payment has been calmed down. And also, however, the older customers, some people are slow to adopt to this new techniques of contactless payments, but younger people on youth, they are getting attracted to this kind of contactless payments. And yes, it has been getting a good boom for this kind of contactless payments as well. So the next steps and recommendation to the client based on this particular three problems are like for menu optimization, I suggest and recommend to check the for the menu optimization regularly based upon the feedback and the season trends of the customer, and rearrange the menu items and go according to the customer preferences only for the better high volume of the sales. And for peak hour staffing, I recommend to implement dynamic staffing models, expand cross training sessions for the staff, and roll out this particular dynamic scheduling within 3 months, and conduct monthly staffing audits to ensure optimal staffing during the peak hours as per the requirement and necessary, and make required adjustments. And for using different payment methods, check regular updates for the POS systems and arrange campaigns for the promoting loyalty discounts or the coupons for promoting the contactless payments, so that everyone will be habituated to that particular contactless systems, and to encourage them it is very safe to use that kind of particular system. And an overall next steps and recommendation to the client based upon this project is like whatever the problem it might be, it can be solved within following the three basic steps as I said in the starting: the identification of the problem, the market research, and solution, in which the actual problem we will be getting to know. In that way we can completely solve any kind of problem we get in our business. And after that, I recommend to utilize mostly the data driven decisions making based on the numbers, and maintain a continuous feedback loop and insights to ensure the best solutions all across the successful strategies. And also better to conduct a service strategy reviews and invest employees training programs to optimize the changes and enhance customer service with the technology as well. As a part of the project, I have asked for the client feedback to check whether are they satisfied with my work or not, and are they satisfied with my implementations of the test plans or not. So yeah, I got a positive reply in this way. So far from this project, I have learned the key lessons like importance of the data-driven decisions, how numeric values of the data plays a major role in making a decisions, the customer-centric approach, how we need to approach a customer and what kind of preferences do they have, and the flexibility and adaptability, like at what particular time, what kind of work has to be performed, and what kind of planning has to be performed in the flexible way, and considering the changes, circumstances, and emphasizing the importance of the flexibility in staffing and menu offerings as well. And also effective communication, like regular communication with the client has been engaged us to have a clear concept visualization plan between me and the client in that way. And the collaboration and teamwork, the whole teamwork, the explanation part for the whole teamwork has been guided very well way, and ensuring the successful implementation throughout the collective effort and inputs from all the parties involved in this. So far from this project, the personal reflection for me, it is like I just believe on a statement: the more you reflect and mold yourself, the more you're gonna learn. So in that same way, from this project, I have got the growth. Like the project has been significant learning experience for me in acquiring the skills like data analyst, projecting the configurations, and how to communicate with the client, and the project management handling a real-time client. That was a really big task for me. That's why I just mentioned them in the challenges as well. The biggest challenges was facing a client directly without any kind of experience for me. But yeah, with the support I get from the university and the staff, professors, and everyone, managed to complete this project successfully, and I got a better experience in this. And wherever I get struck, they used to help me a lot in every situations. And in future applications also moving forward, I definitely plan apply all these lessons learned in this project, particularly in finding my dream job, and it will be acquiring new skills. No endpoint for this, definitely. So finally, in a conclusion, we have learned how we have communicated with the client and the team to identify the key issues facing by the business issues, and how we have developed and implemented the solution for every problem. Three different problems, that is for menu optimization, staffing efficiency, and using different payment methods. That particular collaborative approach and the continuous feedback loop has yielded positive results in sales growth. And I must say, the client is very satisfied because of efficiency work we have put across this project. And also the lessons we have learned, it is very valuable lessons, tools for me for my future endeavors, because this is my first project. And yep, it went good with this. And also the whatever the provided invaluable insights into due to this project have given invaluable insights into the entrepreneurship, and also the team management, and a coffee industry, the challenges we overcome at this community. I believe we have built a laid and strong foundation for the future growth of the innovation. So these are the references I've used for this project completely. So this is what we do at Grow Up Consulting Solutions. I hope you like the presentation. And if you have any further doubts, or if you want to get in touch with a team, please do contact to the following email address, or you can also check on our website mentioned on every page of the slide. And thank you for your valuable time to go through this complete presentation.